project which has its first activity today, which is called Paradoxes of Sustainability. And in this project we are asking critically, what do the so-called green energies mean for Africa? Are they really as positive as they are shown in the media here? Are they really the solution to all the problems we have, like climate and energy crisis? And we are asking whether these green technologies really help to develop, so-called to develop Africa. And we want to ask whether these technologies, which still need resources, because if you're talking here about green technologies, renewable energies, you might think that they don't need any resources, any raw materials at all. But what do you do to produce, for example, solar panels or wind energy? You still need raw materials, and you can find lots of them in Africa. And this is one of the questions we are dealing with in this project. And today I'm very happy that we are starting with the topic gender and renewable energies. We are having this first dialogue forum here at DSCF with Ms. Omari from the Heinrich Böll Foundation in South Africa. And we are really happy that you made it to come here. I know that you have a program which is very, very full, but you give us the time to talk to us, to talk about your experiences. And as we already announced in the flyer, we want to discuss today about the situation of energy in Southern Africa. As you might know, there are about 2 billion people who still don't have access to electricity in the whole world. Half of them are women. And these green technologies seem to be a very good solution to this problem. But we want to ask whether the new renewable energies really reach women. Do they really reach women in Southern Africa? Do they especially reach women in the rural areas? And do they fit to the needs these women in rural areas or in Southern Africa have in terms of energy supply? Or do they maybe just create a new dependency, because new technologies are often expensive? And who is producing these technologies? Who is involved in the development of these new renewable energies? And are there women developing these technologies? Do they have their own maybe ways or ideas how to use these renewable energies? And that's some of the questions we are going to discuss today. And I'm very happy that you're here, Kokum. I just will give you the floor. And Ms. Omari, just some words about you maybe. She's working, as you already know, at Heinrich Böll Foundation in South Africa as a program manager for sustainable development. And she's an environmental specialist. She was working on topics like natural resource management, biodiversity, and now is focusing on gender, climate change, and renewable energies. Among others, she did a study in Botswana about gender and climate change. And in her work, she always strengthens the importance of gender mainstreaming in national policies and action plans, especially concerning the topics climate change and energy. After the presentation of Mrs. Omari, there will be Mrs. Alba from Gender CC, who will give a short comment telling about her experiences. She is an independent consultant and a researcher and a co-founder and board member of Gender CC, and she's working on the topics renewable energies, energy efficiency, and also climate policy. And then I already saw both of you when you met. When you came, you were already starting a discussion, so I think it will be very interesting afterwards. And then, of course, you're welcome to ask your questions, and we are really having a dialogue, I hope. So I give you the floor. Thank you.
Good evening. Is there anyone here from South Africa?
Besides me, yeah.
Well, I'm from Botswana, actually. Some of you might know it. Do you know the Okavango Delta? Well, that's where it's in Botswana. So I'm from Botswana, but I live in South Africa, and I work for a program, the Sport Foundation, program which is looking at Southern Africa. So my work extends beyond South Africa, all the way to Southern Africa. So I'll share my experiences from Namibia and Swaziland, some of it, and Botswana. Botswana in particular because I did a project in Botswana. And thank you, I'm really glad to be here today, and really glad that I was invited to have this opportunity to speak to a different audience, because sometimes I think we speak to ourselves. We don't really get an opportunity to speak to people from the north sometimes, just the general public as well. And so I think it's a really great opportunity, and I hope to have a very lively debate during my presentation. I'm supposed to speak about renewable energy in Africa from a gender perspective. However, this is one of the technologies that we have to learn from a gender perspective. Yes, but I would really like to focus or give some sort of context before I go into the renewable energy around the gender, energy, and poverty aspects, because that is very important in our context. Because we don't want energy for the sake of energy. We need to see energy in the broader context of development and poverty alleviation. I'll also talk a little bit around issues of equity in energy access, and share with you some of the energy policies in Southern Africa, and show you how those have incorporated some of those equity questions that I'm going to raise. In particular, I'd like to talk about biomass, because biomass at a local level is a very widely used resource, not at the wide-scale level, but at a more local level, where majority of the women and to some extent men use biomass form of energy to support their livelihoods and for their household use. Off-grid, that is where most of the renewable energies come from in the African context. I'll touch a little bit around that from my experiences, and come with a few recommendations and conclusions around some of my experiences. So, broadly speaking, when we discuss energy, we want to discuss it and contextualize it within the discussion of poverty, as I said earlier. But how do we define poverty first? It is defined it's in economic terms. Some say in World Bank standards, they say less than $1 US a day or $2 US a day. But in the social context, it is defined differently, and it's not measured by a certain value. It's not given a value. It's looking at access, issues of how much access do you have to certain resources, how much of a voice you have in participating and the decision making of the use of natural resources. I once had a discussion with a woman, and I asked her, how do you define poverty? And she says, poverty is when I cannot speak, when my voice cannot be heard. I consider that as poverty. So poverty can be defined in different levels, different ways, depending on who's speaking. I particularly like the social perspective of poverty because I'm a social scientist as well. So, however, when planners and decision makers and our leaders talk about poverty or plan around poverty and poverty reduction measures, they often ignore this very big component, which is energy. And if I can put it into context, a quarter of rural women's time is spent on energy. So we're looking at this bigger picture around poverty and trying